Check it out, guys. So we got CPI this morning, and the stock market is absolutely loving it. Literally all the indexes are green right now, so we have to break down the markets in this video. Of course, we're going to go over charts, we're going to break down some stocks, and we're going to go over the CPI data, the categories, the numbers, all that good stuff. But before we dive into that, don't forget to get your free money up to 17 stocks, each up to $2,000 from MooMoo, the sponsor of today's video, by going down below or by just going to stocksurfest.com/MooMoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks and you get a free share guaranteed of C3 AI stock, which right now, and mind you, that's ticker symbol AI. Right now, that stock's valued at what? $35, $36. So that's with just a $100 deposit. And it gets even better, guys. If you fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks. And it gets even better than that. If you fund your account with at least $5,000, listen to this, guys, you get a free share on top of all those stocks. You get a free share of either Google stock or Tesla stock guaranteed. So if you guys want some free money, and by far this is the best promo right now, if you guys want some free money and you want to help out the channel, use that MooMoo link down below. And now, cheers, let's dive right into it. So as of right now at 10:45 a.m. on the East Coast, all the indexes, like I said in the intro, are in the green. And mind you, a lot of stocks are in the green as well, which we'll talk about later in this video. So right now we have the S&P 500 up 0.5%, the Dow's up a little bit less, about 0.4%, as the Nasdaq's up 0.3%, and we have the Russell leading the way by far, guys. Listen to this, up 1.4% so far on the day. So the Nasdaq, the Dow, the S&P, they're all trading within, up 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Then the Russell's completely above that, up 1.4%, and we have the VIX currently down 2.7 roughly percent, as gold and silver, they're pretty much at break even. So we're noticing SPY is holding above the highs from a couple of days ago that we covered on this channel. You guys probably remember we called out this ascending triangle. I believe that was yesterday, and this morning we pulled back a little bit. We held 433, which was the high from yesterday right before close. You guys can see that. So that was bullish. Then we got the CPI data, which obviously was bullish, and then we ended up rallying off that point. We hit 437. Now intraday we hit 434 as well. We hit that and we rallied off of it again. Now we're at 436. So in my opinion, clearly, and it's not even an opinion, it's pretty much a fact if you're looking at these charts, guys, SPY, Triple Q as well, bulls are clearly in charge. I mean, you guys can see on Triple Q, if I pull it up, we ended up pulling back a little bit in the pre-market heading into the CPI data. We got that. We hit 360, then boom, got the data. We rallied into open. We hit mid 360s, and here we are now at about 362, and we're clearly holding above the highs from the past couple of days. So that's a quick little rundown on what's going on right now. Obviously, we're not going to do a crazy in-depth dive into the stock market in general right now, because I want to dive into the CPI data. Let me actually transition over here so we can break down these numbers, see the categories, and dive a little bit deeper into it. And by the way, if you guys find value in this video, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out overall in the good old YouTube algorithm. So let me show you guys what's going on here. We can see here the consumer price index for all urban consumers rose 0.1% in May on a seasonal. Let me show you guys this, or let me make sure you guys can see it. There we go. Rose 0.1% in May on a seasonally adjusted basis after increasing 0.4% in April, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. And over the last 12 months, the all items index increased 4% before the seasonal adjustment. So what does that mean, guys? Well, that means month over month, inflation is down, based on the CPI, it is down a nice chunk, and we'll see the chart here in a second. But first, let me take a look at what core ended up coming in. What did this come in at? The index for all items less food and energy rose 0.4%. I believe that's what the forecast was. Yeah, 0.4% in May, as it did in April and March. So again, this excludes food and energy. That's the core CPI if you guys didn't know that. Let me come up here a little bit more, or scroll down a little bit more. This shows you the chart of the 1 month percent change in CPI for all urban consumers, seasonally adjusted May 2022 to May 2023, essentially the last year, the percent change, right? So, of course, a year ago in May, June, we had crazy inflation. You guys see on the left side of this chart, crazy inflation, 0.9, 1.2% in May and June, right? Then in July, it dropped to 0, 0.2 in August, 0.4 in September, 0.5 in October, 0.2 in November, 0.1 December. Then we had a spike in the beginning of this year, January, February, and we've slowly been declining since that point. I mean, you guys can clearly see we hit 0.5 in January, 0.4 February, 0.1 March. We had a spike in April, but we just came in with a 0.1 number, which of course is a lot lower than April. And I'm waiting for the month where we get a negative number. We haven't had a negative number in a long freaking time, guys. I don't even know when the last time, I honestly I have no idea when the last time we had a negative number was, but at some point we're going to have one. I'm not sure exactly when. I'm not sure when they're forecasting for one, but we will at some point, and it might be sooner rather than later, at least looking at that trend line. And you guys can see this this is a different type of chart, but it's essentially the same the same data, right? It's just shown differently. This is the 12-month percent change in CPI. Actually, is this not seasonally adjusted? This was seasonally adjusted, the bar chart. Either way, this shows you clearly all items, and the all items less than food and energy, that's declining over time over the past year. That's good. And coming down here to the different categories, guys, let's quickly take a look at what is increasing, decreasing. So obviously all items, which is all the items, all the categories, that decreased from 0.4 in April to 0.1 in May. We talked about that already, obviously. And food actually increased in general from 0 in April, 0.0, to now 0.2 in May. And that's food in general. Let me see. What increased? Was it food at home? Yeah, it looks like both of them did. Both food at home and food away from home increased. It was where was it? Where was food at home last month? Negative 0.2. Yeah, now it came in at 0.1 positive number. So food at home increased. Food away from home increased as well from 0.4 in April to 0.5 in May. And we can see energy, and mind you, food away from home is 8.3% annualized. Food at home is 5.8% annualized. Food in general, 6.7% annualized. That is a pretty hefty number still. But when it comes to energy, guys, all of those numbers are heavily in the negative when it comes to the annualized number. We can see energy as a whole is negative 11.7%. That's good. Energy commodities, negative 20.4. Gasoline, negative 19.7. Energy services, negative, or that's fuel oil, negative 37%. And energy services is the only one that's, actually, no, that is positive. Or never mind. Actually, no, it is positive. Yeah, I can't even read today, guys. It is up 1.6% annualized. That, again, is energy services. And we have electricity's 5.9 in the green annualized, and utilities, negative 11%. But all of them, guys, no joke, all these categories pretty much have declined from April to June. We can see fuel oil was negative 4.5% in April. It was 7.7% in the red in May. That's one big decline there. That's negative 37% annualized. So you're getting the point, right? A lot of these categories, we're seeing a decline. Maybe not so much in food, but that's a slight increase. All right, it's not the end of the world. We'll see how the next couple of months go, right? And if we come down here a little bit more, guys, let's see. New vehicles increase a little bit from negative 0.2 to negative 0.1. All right, that's 4.7% annualized. Used cars and trucks remain the same. Apparel the same. Medical care commodities essentially the same. Shelter increased a little bit. We had a nice increase. Well, it's not nice. It's bad, but you know it's a big increase in transportation services from negative 0.2 to 0.8. That's 10.2% annualized. So that is still pretty high. But other than that, a lot of these, new cars, used cars and trucks, apparel, the annualized numbers are reasonable. They're not that bad. Apparel's at 3.5% annualized. Used cars and trucks, negative 4.2. New vehicles 4.7. That's I mean, it's reasonable. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now let me quickly go back over here to ThinkOrSwim, guys, and see what the biggest movers right now are when it comes to some individual stocks. Of course, the indexes, like we covered earlier in this video, they're all doing very well. And of course, on top of that, we have a lot of individual names doing well as well. Beyond Meat, funny enough, is up right now, which you guys know I'm not a big fan of this company, but the stock just keeps on going up, it seems like, over the past couple of weeks at least. That goes to show we could be at the start of a bull market if Beyond Meat's starting to reverse and starting to break out a little bit. I don't know, maybe. What do you guys think? But look, this is up 7.3% today. It looks like it's testing the highs from a couple of days ago. Was that from Thursday, Friday of last week? Either way, looks like we're testing that high right now, which is right around $13.75, $14. If we do end up breaking that point, guys, maybe we have more upside here on Beyond Meat. Time will tell, but I'll set my alert at $14 and we'll see where it goes from there. Let me just quickly run through some other names. We don't necessarily have to break down the charts too in depth, but look at some of these other names making a move. And mind you, we're not seeing anything crazy out of these stocks, but JD's up 4%. All right, JD.com not doing that bad. It looks like it's testing right around 38, $40 right now, which is a big resistance. So keep your eyes on that. My alert's at 48. Might as well put another one at $38. Or my alert's at 40 rather. Might as well put another one at 38. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above. So that's JD.com. We have GameStop looking like it's continuing the rally today. It's up another 3.7%. Now back in the mid 20s. Currently up around $1 on the day. We have NUE up. Let me see. This is Nucor, guys, up around 3%. It looks like it's starting to break out of these moving averages, so not anything crazy. Netflix is up around 2%, but Netflix is so freaking overbought, guys. This and Adobe right now are very dangerously overbought. If I had to pick two out of big tech, and of course there's way more, but two of the very overbought ones in big tech, guys, are Adobe and what the heck was the one I just said? The one I just said, right? Yeah, those are very overbought. And mind you, Adobe's reporting earnings, I believe, on Thursday. Let me double check, the 15th. Yeah, after the bell. So keep your eyes on these companies, guys. What do you think? And seriously, let me know your thoughts on CPI, the stocks, the markets in general. Let me know down below in the comments. And before you click off, don't forget to get up to 17 stocks for MooMoo. Link down below. No joke, guys. With a $100 deposit, you get 5 free shares of stock, each up to $2,000 guaranteed, and you get a free share of C3AI stock, which is exclusive to this channel, which is what, $35 a share. And if you fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks on top of those 6 stocks. And fund it with at least $5,000, guys, you get a free share on top of all those stocks of Google or Tesla guaranteed. So with the $5,000 deposit, hypothetically, you get a free share of Google or Tesla, free share of C3AI. You get 16 or 15 other stocks, each up to $2,000. The promo is insane. So if you want some free money, who doesn't like free money, and you want to help out the channel, use that MooMoo link down below, or just go to StockSurfest.com/MooMoo. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you later.